시작합니다.
Title: Mary and Hans, Jungle Adventure. Chapter 1: Leaving on an Adventure. Once upon a time, in a jungle filled with towering trees and colorful flowers, lived two adventurous friends named Mary and Hans. Mary and Hans were both 8 years old, and they loved nothing more than exploring the wonders of the jungle together. Every morning, they would set out on their adventures, their hearts filled with excitement and curiosity. They would trek through the dense undergrowth, listening to the chirping of birds and the rustling of leaves. They would marvel at the beauty of the jungle, from the vibrant flowers to the majestic waterfalls. Mary and Hans loved discovering new things in the jungle, from hidden caves to exotic animals. They would spend hours exploring, their laughter echoing through the forest as they played. But one day, as they were exploring deeper into the jungle than ever before, they stumbled upon something unexpected. Chapter 2: Mysterious Cave. They came across a mysterious cave hidden beneath a thick canopy of trees. Curious, Mary and Hans decided to explore the cave, their hearts pounding with excitement. They carefully made their way inside, using their flashlight to guide their way. The cave was dark and damp, with strange rock formations jutting out from the walls. As they ventured further into the cave, they began to hear strange noises echoing in the darkness. But Mary and Hans were not afraid. They were filled with a sense of adventure. Suddenly, they saw a glimmer of light up ahead, and they quickened their pace. As they rounded a corner, they were amazed to discover a hidden chamber filled with treasure. Gold coins sparkled in the dim light, while jewels glimmered in the shadows. Mary and Hans couldn't believe their eyes. They had stumbled upon a real treasure trove. Chapter 3: Strange Sound. Excitedly, they began to explore the chamber, picking up handfuls of coins and examining the jewels. They marveled at the craftsmanship of the artifacts, wondering who had left them there. But as they were exploring, they heard a noise coming from deeper in the cave. It sounded like footsteps, echoing off the walls. Mary and Hans froze, their hearts racing with fear. They didn't know who or what was coming towards them. But they didn't have time to find out. They had to get out of the cave before it was too late. Grabbing as much treasure as they could carry, Mary and Hans dashed towards the exit. They emerged from the cave just in time, their hearts pounding with adrenaline. As they caught their breath, they looked back at the cave in awe. They had discovered something incredible, something that would change their lives forever. Chapter 4: New Discovery. After their thrilling adventure in the cave, Mary and Hans decided to continue exploring the jungle. They trekked through the dense undergrowth, their eyes peeled for any new discoveries. As they walked, they came across a sparkling river, its waters clear and inviting. Mary and Hans couldn't resist the urge to jump in and cool off. They splashed and played in the water, laughing and giggling as they swam. But as they were playing, they heard a rustling in the bushes nearby. Curious, Mary and Hans swam over to investigate. To their surprise, they found a family of monkeys hiding in the bushes. The monkeys chattered and played, swinging from branch to branch with ease. Mary and Hans watched in awe as the monkeys performed acrobatic feats. They wished they could join in the fun, swinging through the trees like the monkeys. Chapter 5: Heart Palpitations. But they knew they had to continue their journey through the jungle. Reluctantly, they said goodbye to the monkeys and continued on their way. As they walked, they came across a field filled with colorful flowers. The flowers were so beautiful that Mary and Hans couldn't resist stopping to admire them. They bent down to smell the sweet fragrance of the blossoms, their hearts filled with joy. But as they were admiring the flowers, they heard a loud roar in the distance. Startled, Mary and Hans looked up to see a lion prowling through the grass. They froze in fear, unsure of what to do. But then they remembered what they had learned about lions in school. They knew that lions were powerful animals, but they were also majestic and beautiful. With trembling hands, Mary and Hans approached the lion, their hearts pounding with fear. Chapter 6: Sound of Crying. To their surprise, the lion didn't attack them. Instead, it looked at them with curiosity. Mary and Hans slowly reached out their hands to touch the lion's mane. To their amazement, the lion let them pet it, its fur soft and warm beneath their fingers. They couldn't believe that they were so close to such a magnificent creature. Feeling brave, Mary and Hans decided to follow the lion as it prowled through the jungle. They walked behind it, marveling at its grace and power. But as they followed the lion, they began to hear a strange noise coming from deeper in the jungle. It sounded like someone crying. Concerned, Mary and Hans followed the sound, their hearts filled with compassion. As they approached, they saw a baby elephant trapped in a thicket of vines. Chapter 7: Happy Smile. The poor elephant was crying out for help, its trunk tangled in the vines. Mary and Hans knew they had to do something to help the baby elephant. Working together, they carefully untangled the vines from around its trunk. Slowly but surely, they freed the baby elephant from its predicament. As soon as it was free, the baby elephant trumpeted with joy, its cries echoing through the jungle. Mary and Hans smiled, happy to see the elephant safe and sound. But their adventure wasn't over yet. They still had to find their way back home. With the baby elephant by their side, Mary and Hans set off through the jungle. They walked for hours, following the sounds of the jungle until they finally reached the edge of the forest. Chapter 8: Return to Home. As they emerged from the jungle, Mary and Hans were greeted by their worried parents. They hugged them tightly, relieved to see them safe and sound. Mary and Hans excitedly told their parents about their amazing adventure in the jungle. They told them about the hidden cave, the treasure they had found, and the animals they had encountered. Their parents listened with amazement, proud of their brave children. And as the sun began to set on the horizon, Mary and Hans knew that they would always cherish the memories of their jungle adventure. For they had discovered that the jungle was not just a place of danger, but also a place of wonder and excitement. And they couldn't wait to go on another adventure together, exploring the mysteries of the jungle once again.
구독과 좋아요 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.